Are you ready for a bedtime story?
Snuggle up, get cozy, and let's journey to a magical land in the heart of a warm, sunny savanna lived a young lion named Laio. He was the strongest and bravest of all the animals, and with his magnificent mane and mighty roar, he truly felt like a king. But Laio had one tiny problem, a little secret he kept in his big lion heart. He did not like to share. Not one bit. If he stumbled upon a juicy, red apple hanging from a tree, he'd gobble it all up right away, not leaving a single crumb. If he found a cool, crystal clear spring on a hot day, he'd splash and play all by himself, never inviting his friends for a dip. Even when he discovered a beautiful, smooth stone that shimmered and sparkled in the sunlight, he would quickly snatch it up, hide it deep within his cave, and tell no one about his wonderful find. The other animals in the savannah, the tall giraffes, the striped zebras, and the chattering monkeys had grown used to Laio's ways. They knew he liked to keep things for himself,
But sometimes it made them feel a little sad.
After all, they knew that joy is always twice as bright when you share it with someone you care about.
A shared laugh is louder.
A shared berry is sweeter, and a shared story is more exciting.
Then, one sunny morning, something quite unusual happened. As Leo was taking his morning stroll, he heard a soft, quiet sound. It sounded like a tiny cry. Curious, he followed the sound with his big, soft paws, tiptoeing through the tall grass. And there, sitting under the shade of a giant baobab tree, he saw a little monkey named Mimi. Her shoulders were slumped, and she was looking sadly at a broken yellow banana on the ground.
Trying to sound as stern and kingly as possible, Leo asked, "Why are you crying, little one?"
Mimi looked up with her big, brown eyes, and a tear rolled down her fuzzy cheek. "I found the most perfect, ripe banana on the whole tree," she sighed, pointing a tiny finger upwards. "But when I tried to pick it, it fell and broke. And I so wanted to share it with my friends." Leo was very surprised. He tilted his head. "Share it! Why would you share something so delicious when you could eat it all by yourself?" He thought this question in his head, but didn't say it out loud.
It was a strange idea to him. Sharing meant less for him, and why would anyone want less?
And just at that moment, as if by magic, something else happened. Two small, green fruits dropped from the branches of the big baobab tree and landed softly on the grass right between them. Plop, plop! Leo had never seen fruits like these before. They looked strange and new, but Mimi's sad face instantly lit up with a huge smile.
"Look!" she chirped happily.
"These are the fruits of the sweet. They're the most delicious things in the whole savannah, but they have a secret. They taste best when you share them." Without hesitating, Mimi picked up one of the green fruits and held it out to Laio.
"Here," she said. "This one is for you." Leo blinked.
For the very first time in his life, someone was giving him something.
Just because. Not because he was strong, not because he had the loudest roar, but simply out of kindness. He slowly, carefully reached out a paw and took the fruit. He brought it to his nose and sniffed.
It smelled sweet, like flowers and honey.
He took a small, hesitant bite, and then his eyes grew wide with wonder. A burst of sweetness filled his mouth, a flavor more wonderful than any apple or berry he had ever tasted. "Wow, this is delicious!" he marveled, his voice full of surprise.
Mimi giggled, her sadness completely gone. "See? I told you," she smiled.
"And it tastes even better when we eat it together, doesn't it?" And as they sat there, munching on the sweet fruit under the shade of the baobab tree, Leo felt something new inside him. It wasn't just a delicious taste.
It was a warm, fuzzy feeling spreading through his chest.
It was joy.
It felt as if the sun had suddenly become a little brighter, the sky a little bluer, and the world a little friendlier.
From that day on, Leo started to see the world with new eyes. He began to notice things he had never paid attention to before. He saw how the tall giraffes would gently pull down the tastiest leaves from the highest branches for their shorter friends. He watched the zebras huddle together on hot days,
Sharing the cool of their striped shadows with one another.
and he listened as the little birds sang their songs together in the morning, their melodies weaving into one beautiful, harmonious chorus that was much prettier than any single bird singing alone.
They were all sharing. The very next day, Leo went back to his cave.
He remembered the beautiful shiny stone he had hidden away,
He looked at it for a long, long time.
watching it sparkle in the dim light,
Then, he picked it up, carried it outside.
and placed it right by the main path where every animal could see it and admire its beauty.
Later that day, he gathered a potful of sweet, fresh berries and brought them to the meerkat family.
He went to his favorite cool spring
And roared a friendly roar, inviting the hot and tired elephants to come and cool off in the water. And that evening, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in colors of orange and pink, Laio gathered all the animals in a large, grassy clearing. Today is a special day, the lion announced, his voice warm and happy. Today is a holiday of sharing.
and everyone can have a helping of all the wonderful things we find.
The animals were surprised at first. Was this really Laio, the lion who never shared?
But soon,
Their surprise turned into joy. They cheered and happily surrounded him.
that night, for the first time in a long, long time, the savannah was filled with the sound of loud laughter and happy chatter. The animals played games, they told stories, and they shared everything. They had nuts, fruits, and funny jokes. And as he watched his friends smiling and laughing together, Leo finally understood the most important lesson of all. He realized that when you share, you don't end up with less.
You actually get more.
More friends, more smiles,
More warmth and much, much more happiness.
From that day forward, the animals in the savannah didn't just call him Laio, the lion.
They called him Laio, the lion with a big heart.
And every night, as he lay down to sleep under the twinkling stars, he knew that he had finally become a true king, not a king because of his strength, but a king because of his kindness. Thank you for listening to our story. We hope you have sweet dreams. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more bedtime stories. Good night.